My name is Rhapsody, and what I lack in skill I make up for in determination, and welcome back to Slay the Spire. We're going to be playing The Disciple. Alright, let's get this done. Let's have a look at what we have in our quests. Fetid Barrel, as well as Dreamcatcher, as well as a bunch of different kill quests. We got Slaver Reds, Orb Walkers, Taskmaster, Fungi Beast, Last Offensives, and Spire Growth, as well as the standard removal of 5 cards. I'll just take the 100 gold here. No really severe influence from anything I saw prior. Alright, so there is 1 elite followed by 3 rests. That could be us. That could be our ticket. So this doesn't count as a louse, right? Yeah, it doesn't. At least not for this case. I'm just assuming I have lethal this turn. Well, I didn't. Could have played second hand to keep a block from last turn, but if I didn't have lethal that turn, I was just going to draw defense anyway, right? Because those are the only 2 things I could have drawn. Locked Mercury deals 3 damage to all enemies at the start of your turn, shatters in 5 turns, upgrades to 5 damage to all enemies at the start of your turn, shatters in 5 turns. So at the start of your turn, and for 5 turns time. So 25 damage over the course of the next 5 turns, 1, as well as it has any replica synergy. Sure, I'm comfortable with that. I don't have gain 3 curses as a quest. That makes it a little more difficult, but also I do have in 2 spaces time a shop. I'll shift the enemy that turn. I should have defended and shifted them. It's entirely my bad there. Ideally, I just want to get as many cards out of this hand as possible. And we're comfy. So it's not at the start of my turn, it's the end of my turn. Why does it say at the start of my turn? Probably bite command here, just for some damage. But it does say at the start of our turn, right? Deals 3 damage to all enemies at the start of your turn. It's doing it at the end of our turn. Mystic Crockpot. For each turn they are retained, cards gain 10% more damage and block until played. We take that and then we take a bunch of self-retaining cards and we have fun. Take that. Remove Regret. Ticked Off and Slime Spray are both self-retaining. This is going to be great. Afternoon Tea, upon resting, gain 5 regen next combat, so 15 HP over the course of the fights in the next combat. Yeah, sure. Could be a lot worse. Let's retain a defend. And it gets 1 more block. Or no. No. Yeah, it doesn't get that 1 more block down. Alright, Slime Spray still gets a kill though. Nope. Some of them have self-retaining, but they're not the right kind of self-retaining for us. Deal 7 damage and apply slow to all enemies self-retaining. So I'm going to want to play that with Echo Draft as soon as I possibly can. But obviously, letting it self-retain for a while and build up, I don't know, that has an appeal as well. Even possibly a much larger appeal. Nine block and haste. Yeah, we'll definitely do that. That doesn't even... Oh. That doesn't exhaust. I thought that exhausted for some reason. Oh well, this works. Off Mercury is fine. Defend and then strike the front line. Set up a bite command on the next. Alright. Double that Slime Spray. The second one doesn't do the same damage from Mystic Crockpot. Okay, so the duplicated effect does not take over. Fair enough. Do I just murder the frontliner and then double defend? Probably. The other option was to murder the kinetic pylon in the midline, who does 8 damage to all other enemies on the turn that it dies. Kinetic Charger. Whenever you play a card that costs at least 3 energy, gain an energy. Really unlikely we do that basically ever. Let's get the Mercury upgrade probably as early as possible here. Art of War. If you don't play any attacks during your turn, gain an additional energy next turn, as well as, whoa, read the Art of War and unlock its secrets. What? Now that I've read it, if I don't do any attacks during my turn, I gain additional energy and deal double damage next turn. What? That's incredible. Okay, obtain Tornado, 1 less energy on the first turn of combat. So the Tornado just draws us a power card every single turn, right? Ice Cream, retain energy at the end of your turn. Orichalcum blocks you at the end of your turn. If you have no block, and Bronze Scales just does some AoE damage. Not AoE damage, sorry, some on-attack damage. I was thinking about Locked Mercury at the same time. I think I'll take it. So, it gives us, when receiving attack damage, deal 3 back, shatters in 6 turns. But between it and the Mercury, the Locked Mercury, I'm going to be able to do a lot of damage to enemies in AoE. That's pretty neat. Definitely double defend strike. No need for anything else here. I could shift one into an aggressive turn. Sorry, into a non-aggressive turn here as well. We'll do that. We'll play Locked Mercury as well as Ticked Off for full defense. Play a Slime Spray and a delayed kill on the frontliner. And right, of course, the Mercury triggers at the end of our turn, not at the start of our turn. I gotta remember that. Warding filter, add 3 filters to your hand. Sorry, wards to your hand. Locked Astrolabe. Exhaust a card from your hand and add a new random card to your hand and upgrade it. Upgrades to choose a card and add it to your hand and upgrade it. Probably don't care about that, really. Like, it can be fine, sure, but I just want to get more self-retaining cards and lean in on that. Ooh. Just a bunch of damage to enemies so now I'm really doing anything. It's a Fungi Beast down. Ooh, Kosher Piece. Right-click during combat to activate. If you play 3 skills, 3 attacks, then 1 skill, then 1 power, you may flee the combat. Shift you to a non-aggressive turn and then just double hit you this turn. Mercury's upgraded, so that's already a kill. And importantly there, we saw... Ooh, Locked Plans. That actually helps us retain other cards as well. Take it. Importantly there, we saw that the Bite Command still did 32 damage, despite the fact that I had attacked last turn. So that means that the Art of War's 32 damage... or Art of War's doubling of the Bite Command damage doubled it when it was applied and then dealt the damage from that turn rather than rereading the Bite Command. So that probably means that the damage is assigned on cast, which means that vulnerability and strength and weakness, any of those things changing isn't going to affect the amount of damage that you do. That's good to know. Let's upgrade the Locked Plans as well. Keep many, many more cards. We're going to want the AoE, so something Heartless, because we're better at dealing with that. Okay. So I intentionally cast no attacks that turn to get the double energy and the extra... Sorry, the double energy, the double damage and the extra energy this turn. I don't want these slimes. Is there any reason not to take them? I can just retain them and then cast them later. It's fine. Sure. So Lock Plans allows me to retain 2 cards here. Probably play that and then defend and then second hand. And then I hold on to all of the slimes. Play them out next turn. Anger the Mushrooms because I still have AoE ready. Hell yeah. Time for a big old slime spray right there. Alright, being able to suddenly deal double damage is really good. Just heal the 10 HP here. That is really powerful. It takes a common relic and one rest transforms it into like what would probably in the base game be a rare relic, I would have to assume. It's really, really powerful to be able to do that. Oh boy. Alright. Yep, should have retained the cards. For some reason I thought, I'm already done. This fight's over. It's not. It's more. At the very least, all of the rest of these are retaining themselves. Yeah. Fine with that. Fights are a little more fancy. Just a little bit longer, become hexed. Yeah, that's fine. I mainly attack at this point anyway. One down, cast nothing else because I am still hexed. Ow. Alright, we're one turn from already being out of here, so it's just bite, bite. I'm not getting the perfect for this anyway, so I may as well just continue taking damage. And just defend while I wait for them to run away. Should have just pattern shifted them away. That would have been interesting to watch. Wonder if that would have caused a bug. Alright, 3 quests more to the quest log. There's the stone calendar, considering how slowly we do most of our stuff. Yeah, that's totally reasonable. Overtime. For each card you've exhausted this combat, increase the damage by 4. We exhaust very few cards in this deck. Yeah, it's locked calendar or nothing here for us. And locked calendar is, yeah, it's still 40 damage. Okay, so we can't take Runic Obelisk. I can't... Why does Runic Obelisk, like, always appear when I'm playing the Disciple? I love it as most classes. Just... Especially when I'm already incentivized to go for a self-retaining build. I can't take it here. There's also Ironclad Skillbook. At the end of each turn, if you have more than 20 block, gain 1 strength. At the end of combat, heal for 4 HP. So if I have more than 20 block at the end of a turn, how often is that going to happen for us? Not too commonly. At the start of your turn, gain 2 energy. You can only play 1-cost cards. Well, then the self-retained ones, I can only play them the first turn they've been self-retained. I can't play locked plans. I can't play pattern shift. I get 2 extra energy, but anytime I retain a card that is 1 energy, I just disable my ability to play it. I could probably try... Actually, you know what? Screw it. Screw it. We're going for it. The other 2 aren't particularly great, but with this, I can actually just start picking up every single power that this character has access to and play all of them because I have 5 energy. Let's take the filter that I can't... I play no attacks that turn to get the extra effect from the Art of War here. And same here again. I don't want to retain the strike. It just becomes unplayable. I can only play cards on my turn. It is my turn. What? Like, do these say I can only play cards on my turn? Okay, so it's not from the Platinum Phoenix. Something is convincing the game that it's not my turn right now. What on earth is that? Alright, yeah, well, we're just gonna lose. So the self-retaining cards can't be played, even if you play them like the turn after. That's what I'm clarifying here. Yeah, we're just gonna probably lose at this point. Can't play that in order to draw the powers. So I'll take the locked blood there. I mean, that's a great turn for us. More self-damaging. It's 5 damage at the end of my turn as well. Sweet. And still get to suffer a bunch of damage here. Yeah. Well, at the very least, we learned something about Platinum Phoenix, and that's that it's garbage. Well, it's not garbage. It's just really difficult to use in this specific build. Because there's something bugged about it. It's not like we had amazing other options, which is why I took this. What can I even do to save this build at this point? Because it's feeling really, really, really unlikely. Only 1 cost cards, right? So I want to invest in relics to get stronger. Yeah, this just doesn't work for this character. I gave it a shot to see how it would go, but no, not at all. Bad idea. Oh well. What we gotta do here? Defend twice, double attack the back line, and then next turn the frontliner dies, and probably me too. So I can't play ticked off. Because it's not my turn, apparently? It is. Whatever. And it was 1 cost, but it's fine. Bite commands. Guess there's nothing else I can really do here. Oh, Mercury goes off next turn. Or doesn't. Wait a second. I had to cast the Jar of Slime just before I played that card. Because I actually don't have any other damage in this hand. They're unplayable. Anything that kills an enemy at the end of my turn here. Is that gonna be a thing that I find? It's not. Can't play anything from those. Yeah, we're just dead. This build was already completely dead. But definitely didn't need to die in that specific circumstance. It could have lived maybe 1 turn or 2 turns longer. Gone to another fight and died there instead. Alright. Well, I don't really know what's causing that interaction and bug, but now I know not to do self-retaining builds with the Platinum Phoenix, I guess. It's a possibility that I get 2 elites down with this, so you know I'll risk it. Now's Lament possibly giving that to us. There's the Wind-Up, being a self-retaining card. The damage in this place, actually. Ooh, Cursed Coin. Upon pickup, gain 150 gold in 1 curse. Tiring Slam. Exhaust a card from your hand as well. So I could get ways to exhaust the curses as well. Tiring Slam upgrades to exhaust a card of any of your cards, so your draw pile and discard pile included as well as hand. There's not much exhaust synergy in this character anymore, but there's still like a couple of cards, like obviously the Tiring Slam, but also Overtime, the rare card, both seem to be for an exhaust synergy that doesn't necessarily seem to be, at the very least to me, well supported. I could also just go Cursed Coin and take Dropbox. It's a really powerful card. I'll do that. I'll take Dropbox. And then I'll just card remove the Spreading Infection. Make all strikes and defense ethereal. Well, look. That leaves me with second hand, Wind Up, and Dropbox. Am I okay with that? Yes. So usually I don't take this event, or rather I've said that I shouldn't be taking that event in circumstances where I don't have damage yet in the deck, but at least I do have 2 damage cards. Alright. Don't play enough cards in a turn to take Echowards. Locked Calcum would be really, really useful after I burn out all of the other stuff from my deck. So we'll upgrade the Dropbox. It now gets us 2 random potions on play. Ooh, lovely. I can't believe that both of these happen to be combats, because now neither of those elites are free. I'm really mad about that, actually. At least we have an upgraded Dropbox in the deck, which makes this a lot more easy to accept. Deal double the enemy's block and damage. Sure, just hold out until the enemy blocks, I guess. These enemies never block. Good. I was worried they were going to. So we should go Locked Calcum double strike here. Reason for that being we're going to need the strikes left in the deck for a while. So that's second hand, strike, defend. And I'll pattern shift you out so that I don't take the extra damage this turn. He's already retained. That backlash can completely get burnt by any effect in this fight, and I'll be fine with it. Okay. So wind up plus a strike is lethal on the backliner next turn. But then I don't get to play Dropbox. No, I do. I'll use the Adrenaline Potion because I have to use a potion anyway. Draw another card. And Dropbox for all the extra. I fear this deck is probably, at this rate, going to become a Dropbox carry deck, basically. Isn't really what I'd intended. It definitely seems to be where we're going. But at the same rate, it's also impossible to look at a card like that and turn it down this early. It's interesting, but not necessarily interesting as part of the core mechanic set for the Disciple. So yeah, there's just a wind up in the deck, basically, is the only thing we can really get at this point. Okay, wind up in a strike, please. Come on. Well, come on, wind up. There's only 5 cards left in the deck, of course. Mango, upon pre-cup, raise your max HP by 14. Actually, particularly pleased to see that. Don't want to take Formal Wear or Reap. 9 damage to all enemies. Yeah. I always argue I don't have enough damage. Let's start fixing that proactively. So 12 in AoE, upgrades to a single large hit. Ooh, very glad that I have it now. I still get to retain the Dropbox and play it possibly this turn. Okay, I should waste 2 of these because these aren't great potions anyway. Awesome. I mean, we're keeping our HP high as well while we're doing all of this. And neither of these enemies can attack for a while, I'm pretty sure. Like, I think both of them only attack if they're the only enemy remaining on the field. It's like ticked off here, pre-upgraded. It's pretty difficult to turn down at that point. There's Overtime and Tiring Slam. So if I had extra money by this point, we could have actually gone for the Overtime deck. There's another Analog, another self-retaining card. Another quite powerful card in my opinion. Sure. The relics were Glyphstone. Upon pickup, transform 2 random strike or defend cards, then upgrade them. Molten Egg, whenever you have an attack card to your deck, upgraded. And Top Hat, if your hand is full when drawing a card, draw an extra card next turn instead. Eviscerated and chopped by giant claws. So that's the Lagavulin. We should be fine. Ooh, but we already got Mystery Machine. Gains 1 charge each time you enter a question mark room. Loses 1 charge each time you go between 2 non-question mark rooms. Start combat with 1 random strength or dex for each charge this has. You know what? The rest of my run is going to be based on the idea of trying to get that to go off. The shop, really? So this isn't a question mark room, and the next space is not a question mark room. I wonder if that's going to be a problem. Yeah, I lose all of my charges. So, hang on. Oh, that's really annoying. So, it means that because there's always a rest before the final boss, you will always lose all of your charges for the boss. It's a little disappointing, to be honest. Oh, lose 1 charge before the boss. Okay, so not all of them. Never mind, never mind, never mind. I'm just being dumb. Again. Alright. Basically, Wind Up and Ticked Off are going to become the only 2 cards in our deck eventually. Let's go something aggressive. Start setting up against it. So we can kill it next turn with a Death Potion and any attack, basically. Yeah, I'll take the random relic effect here. In fact, I think I'll take both of the random relic effects. Ooh, we got Giria. Gain strength at the start of your turn, up to 3 times maximum. Oh, and 4 strength from analog as well right now. But we can just wait until there are more on the field. If I had a thought about the fact that I had analog, I probably would have let the Fable Spinner summon the Sentinels instead, so that I had more targets on the field to benefit from analog. Gain 2 strength, dex, artifact, or retain for each enemy based on its intent. It is really powerful. Yep, hanging that mushroom. Now this analog is much better. This analog is actually now retained too as well. Alright, hang on. Let's quickly Swift Potion for 3 draw. Okay, so now we can actually kill an individual target. 6, just because of my 8 strength and then weakness. So 6, 18, 6 18s, 24, 10, 34. So we're 1 short of being able to kill the Force Gremlin. Constricted applies at the end of their turn. So they would still get the attack through. Which means basically I use the Death Potion if I want to kill the Force Gremlin this turn. And I do, because I want to kill the False Fungi Beast this turn. Backlash did no damage, despite the fact that it said that it would. It's really annoying. But we'll now be able to kill you. Save myself a bunch of damage, and then retain second hand. The rest of them, even if I retain them, would have exhausted anyway. Got the random relic effect, thank you, though. Regret. Oof, not great. That's okay, though. The rest of this fight is going to be weird as hell, but we'll be fine. Just trust me on that. Gremlins, sure. Oh, they're all attacking. This is a great analog. Down, 2 down. Almost 3 down. Instead, I'll roll ticked off. We were 1 strength away from having that kill. Soul Strikes, obtain 5 bites, sure. Going hugely aggressive in this deck makes a bunch of sense. We have already healing. Okay, so we relied really heavily on analog in this fight, so we can't necessarily rely on that through the rest of the run, because it's so slow to build up. Love how much damage that did to all enemies. See how it says deal 18 damage? I play it and then it does none. At least now I know that's how it functions, but body slam deals damage equal to your block. But if you have strength, it also applies your strength on top of that, because strength overrides that effect. Just doesn't seem to in this circumstance. Probably because of the way that it's calculated. Alright. Facsimile. Create replicas of your ex-current relics. So, it seems like this is much better in the base game, because the base game is where almost all of the relics that the replicas are based off of exist. So, now that I'm getting all of these custom relics, I'm not really capable of using Facsimile. Kind of annoying. Enemy lose 3 strength for 1 turn for 2 turns when upgraded. That's actually pretty good. A repeatable strength loss for 2 turns. Okay. Shrinking Draft. Lose energy and draw 2 cards at the start of each turn. Start each combat with 4 decks. Okay, so basically if I can play a bunch of cards in a turn, then I take that. I can't. Okay. Risk. Upon pickup, lose energy. Play the first 2 attacks or skills you play each turn twice. If you cannot play... Sorry, if you play an attack or a skill, you cannot play the other type in the same turn. I mean, like, double playing a ticked off or a wind up is pretty good. Double playing Flay is really good. Double playing Analog is really... You know what? Screw it. Let's go Risk. These are some of the relics that I've never taken, and I'd like to give them a go. The other one was Morphill, which is all shop spaces are replaced with elites, and it's from the Beat character. Now, unfortunately, Dropbox is uncastable until I retain it at some point, so... Did I just change it twice? So I changed it back to what it initially was? I need to keep an eye on that next time. What? Play the first 2 attacks. If you play an attack or a skill, you cannot play the other type. Oh! Oh, silly me. I thought it was if you play an attack or a skill, you cannot play one of the same type. I know, obviously, the game very much did not say that. I've inferred that myself here. That makes sense. Backlash is an insta-kill. Finally got it. Let's take another wind-up. Ooh, seek training. So this is from Aspiration. It is the cultist training ground. You come across a bunch of cultists. They do not bear the marks of harsh training like the others. Their feathers are unruffled, their sticks are unmarked, and their beaks unbloodied. They appear to be training. So if we had the cultist headpiece at this point from the mask event, I would be able to use it here. But otherwise, there is the first time you lose HP each combat, gain 1 ritual. Ritual gains strength at the beginning of your turn. Lose 6 HP in order to take that, or it's not worth my time. I think I do. Yeah. The training is grueling, and they are none too gentle with you, but at the end, you get to keep the knowledge and a nifty stick. Remove all strikes, obtain 5 bites. Yep, I'm doing it. Double playing a bunch of bites is like a really, really, really powerful thing. So I'm going to a bunch of question marks here, you can see, and I don't want to spend too long outside of question marks, so I'm probably like running up there and then question mark. Yeah, there's not enough question marks on this path for me, unfortunately. I'm gonna take 2 relics here. Ooh, I didn't even get cursed. Upon pickup, obtain 3 potions and 2 random relics with effects related to potions. Each time you go through 3 rooms without using a potion, lose 2 max HP. Sure. Toy Ornithopter and White Beast statue. Wow. We'll drop the tentacle juice probably for steroid potion. Yeah. Steroid potion is actually really powerful for us right now. And then the essence of seal for the swift potion. We also have a quest completed there for picking up potions in non-combat rewards, so I'll take another potion because I just gained another potion slot. At the start of combat, lose 3 strength. Whenever you apply unblocked attack damage, apply 1 poison. That's... Is that great for us? I think that might be excellent for us. This is going to be interesting. Double block, double block. got a Swift Potion for some more cards here, because this is pretty bad. Guess we'll just double ticked off in this circumstance. It's a lot of incoming damage. Don't really want to have to suffer it. Okay, we'll double Second Hand and Analog this turn. And I should just be able to get really aggressive this upcoming turn, because I've got all of these cards in hand, and I just double play them, right? So, double play that, and then double play that. First two. So I can just play a bunch of attacks. Okay. Okay, this is looking a lot better now. Do I take the upgraded tempo? Double playing it just puts 2 cards in my deck, right? Also get 97 gold for picking it up. Time to fight an elite and see how this goes. This would probably be double defend to me. Finally use the potion so the Ring of Addiction is sated. Alagando of 2 deal 22 damage to all enemies. I mean, that's always double played for us, so yeah, I'll just take that. But now I also have to play defenses. Okay. Double play defenses again. I'm just waiting. Biding my time. Getting more and more powerful. Weaken the enemy, and then totem shift them twice. No, that's just gonna make them stronger. Let's retain the Dropbox. That is huge, retaining the Dropbox here. Because now look at me. I get to double play Dropbox. Get myself a ridiculous amount of stuff back. Hell yeah. Double play wind up, double play wind up. Actually, no, don't double play all of those ones. Still fine. We'll energy potion to get reap out, and then a bite for the kill. What a good time. Letter opener. Every time we play 3 skills in a single turn, deal 5 damage to all enemies, as well as that's a lot of stuff I probably don't want, right? Yeah, I definitely don't want a bunch of vested legacies in there. Chronoelasticity. I mean, Chronoelasticity at the very least casts twice if I cast it as my first thing in a turn, but then I don't get to benefit from it much at all after that. Cuckoo is actually another Exhaust synergy card. I hadn't considered that before, though. Like, a Flay being played at the start of a turn, 4 turns of negative... Sorry, 2 turns of -6 strength. That is huge. That is monumental. Okay. So all of them down. And now I'll... Enemies lose 0 strength for 3... This is a problem. So I thought this card was complete garbage because... Number 1, I didn't understand that it upgraded to apply its strength loss for 2 turns. But, number 2, most importantly, because I didn't know that the amount of damage it dealt is the same amount of strength that the enemy loses. Nowhere on the card does it imply that. But obviously, it's now completely useless because of the Ring Addiction. So, I'm just sat here pretty sad about all of it, frankly. Double change the enemy's intent. Prevent them from hitting me at the very least. So if I play So, will Reap then play? No. So plays twice, and then Reap is the one that's left in my discard pile. Okay. Hagando is so good, and I keep getting it on the wrong turns. Like, it's exactly what I need for fights like this. I can't believe no one else is attacking. Doubling up on Analog would be so good. Or could have been so good. Still do it. Then I'll play second hand, actually allowing me to keep my flay. Wait, hang on. Why can I still play attacks? I shouldn't be able to play attacks. Risk. What happened? I played analog. That's a skill. Not being able to play any cards of the other type? Does that count as a debuff? No. As soon as I played an attack, it locked me into... No, it just locked me out of the higher energy attacks. Of course it did that. That makes sense. I have no clue why Risk is not doing anything here. I'm pleased about it, but don't know why it's occurring. So I don't have enough to play Dropbox here. That makes sense. Well, at least I get the double play ticked off. That Backlash needs to get out of the deck. I'm always so sad when I look at it now. Alright. Double up on that. Ridiculous AoE, hell yes. I don't know what it is, but if I double play analog, it just doesn't count. Strangest thing. Take another tempo? Yeah. You want cards that cost 2 for this. Not some, at least, because doubling the effect of those is more impactful than doubling the effect of any other card. Well, some of the cards. If you don't play any attacks at the end of your turn, raise your strength by 1. That's actually particularly helpful for us, because there are a lot of turns where we specifically avoid playing any attacks. Second hand, being able to retain 2 cards makes it so much easier for us to get an impactful turn the turn after. Alright. So we can have a bunch of wounds in our deck, it looks like. Not particularly pleased about, but if it has to happen, it has to happen. Double up on ticked off this turn, so I get to still hold analog for another turn, and analog lowered its cost by 2! What happens? A lot of things are happening here that I don't understand, frankly. That's going to be the name of my, if I have a biography, which I will never have, that would be the name of it. A lot of things were happening here that I didn't understand. The Orion story. It's, probably just get mad aggressive here, right? Don't want to shift the enemy. Right. Would have been nice to play Flay. This'll work though. Towering Pillar of Hats. Max hand size is increased by 2 at the end of your turn. Retain the rightmost card in your hand. Retains 1 card for every 3 cards in your hand. And it has a synergy with Slimy Hat and Top Hat. Slimy Hat, max hand size is increased by an additional 1. Top Hat, if you, at the end of your turn with 10 or more cards in your hand, draw an additional card next turn. Well, that's exactly the right thing for this character, right? A retaining relic. Alagando plays twice. Oh, hell yes. This is the ideal scenario for us. Flay... No, Flay is bad here, so Alagando again. Thank you. So 20, 20, Nothing I can do here is not complete garbage. Yeah, everything I can do here is pretty bad, so. And Mystery Machine is starting to taper off as well. Vivace. Gain 1 strength. Yeah, double play that. Hell yeah. Put that in my deck. Hell, put it in my hand. Let's go. Let's get nasty with it. And they both got retained as well. Beautiful. What luck on my part. So now basically as many bites as I can possibly throw against this backliner. It's 2. Turns out to be 2. Regen potion as well as blue shift. Yes. Extremely great pickup for us. We've been looking for it actually. Headsman's Axe. Whenever you reduce a non-boss enemy below 10% of your max their HP with an attack, kill them. Madness hits 2 other cards. And if it hits a skill, the skill is instantly playable. I think I take Madness. Doubling up that effect is really powerful. Doubling the effect of Echo Wood is also really powerful. Get ridiculous amount of block. Got a defense from the deck and move on. I was really hoping to rest and upgrade a card here, but I think in this position I'll probably dig. Dead Branch, whenever you exhaust a card, add a random card into your hand, can be burned at rest sites. I'm not particularly inspired to see it, actually. At least I've got 2 strength there. Alagando is really important, but can I double play an attack after that? I can double play an attack after that, actually. But I could also just double play Madness right now. But the majority of things here that Madness hits, I don't really want costing 1, like Blue Shift already costs 1 and Ticked Off already costs 1, or rather, each of those will cost 0 when I retain them for long enough. Yeah, double up on Alejandro. And then just get Lock Tornado out of my hand. It's not going to be useful for us at all, but it's going to be gold. Maybe this character is the right character to be wielding the Risk board. Maybe. Excuse me, I had to stop for a second there to sneeze. Maybe it's the right character to be holding the... Oh my god, look. Accruing. Right thing to be generated by the Dead Branch there. Maybe this is the right character to be holding the wrist board. Because of the retaining mechanic, you have the ability to plan out your next turn as well as your current turn, so you can hold your extra block for next turn and things like that. Remove a target enemy buffs for 5 turns. Doubling Rage Command is pretty powerful. I would need an energy relic after this so that I can be guaranteed that I do it, though. Gain energy and transform 2 cards at the start of your turn. No. Claw Grip. At the end of your turn, retain a random card. It costs 1 less next turn, and then the Ironbook skill book again. We'll take another Claw Grip. It costs 1 less next turn, and it will cost another less because of the chronometrics for this character. Sorry, chronometer. I'll possibly pick up all of the bonuses to fight elites this floor. Let's double Echo Wood and then double defend after that. That is a lot of power, especially from the letter opener. I had not considered the letter opener as part of it before, but it definitely is. I don't know. This has got a lot of retain synergy. It's kind of getting hot. I like it. I could lower a bunch of strength from these with a bunch of copies of Hands Up, but I think Flay will actually perform that role for me. I mean, come on, that was really cool. All right, let's go with double bite on another member. Back to biting you. And kill the initial. Double Madness. Oh, Madness hits a card that it only just generated. Wild. Let's defend as best we can, and the whole rest of the hand already retains itself. My god. Ugh. I have to just take a bunch of damage to kill the enemy here. Oh, that sucks. Venom potion loses strength. No, thank you. Alright, just lost some more max HP there, actually. One pick up, choose. No, don't want that. Accruing, considering how many retained cards we have. Yeah, we take that. We probably also take analog. Whenever you rest, upgrade a random card. I'll take that because I probably should be resting occasionally now. Well, at least I can straight up murder one of the targets. Okay, double up on Echowood, and then I'll double up on Madness. And then play these. I think I might actually just kill them with the AoE from the letter opener here. $121 block on that turn as well. I mean, it's, you know, it's okay. It's going okay, I guess. This one isn't, though. Alright, I'll throw the explosive potion. That prevents the Ring of Addiction from going off. Heals me a little bit as well. Slime spray, do I want that? Self-retaining, can double play itself, double play an AoE. That's pretty good. I probably don't need more cards in this deck right now. I'm taking a lot more than I need. The Resonant Call there would have actually been really good. Dead Branch, whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat 5 regen. And let's upgrade the Accruing to be self-retaining. It can save itself for the right hand and get really, really awful. Just absolutely nasty. So it's 19 this turn. That's not particularly good yet. I'd love to analog right now, but then I can't kill the enemies. I might already be dead. Yeah, I might actually already be dead. Hang on. 3 filters should be fine, right? Yes. So it's double up on ticked off, then double up on analog. Yep. Then we get the 3 filters, then we double up on analog. Then we Madness and Ward, killing the particularly aggressive ones there. I take very little damage this turn, but I've got my 15 strength. It's 50 damage. I'd like a couple more cards in my hand, if I could. So I don't really have the ability to defend this turn, so I do just go aggressive, but can't kill that Reptimancer, I don't think. Oh, no, I can. It's... Oh, no, it's not. It might still be just because of the free bite. Ooh, phew. Okay, that was really, really tense. The Fibonacci shouldn't have been played. Should have been played first. I tried to play the other one because it was going to apply slow, but slow wasn't going to be as significant as having an extra card in my hand for Fibonacci. Kill one Reptimancer gives us a, upon pickup, choose a card. Whenever that card is put in your discard pile, shove it into your draw pile. I think Accruing. No, it's Echowood. It's Echowood. It's obviously Echowood. Oh god, of course it is. Yeah. Get all that money. Afternoon tea. Upon resting, gain 5 from regen. And I forgot to pick up the things, so I'm a bad is the case. I forgot to pick up the Oh well. I kind of want to double up on Vivace here on the first turn. Shouldn't though. We'll wait until Echowood. You can double play it this turn, and then double play a bite, and then another. Okay. Fair amount of damage here. No restraint. You may not play skills from Halation. Got it. So we take a ridiculous amount of damage, but now we should be set up to... God, we still haven't found Echowood. The deck is way too thick right now. I'm basically just healing up right now. Using each of those potions there just so that I can get the 5 HP from the Toy Ornithopter. There's a couple of AoE cards in the deck that are now going to get ridiculous. Play comes to mind, but so did a couple of other things. Why did the first play only do -6 to you, and then the second one did... What the hell is going on here? Some of these cards just don't seem to work like how they're written. Or maybe I'm just dumb. That's usually it, actually. Exhaust the first status drawn each turn, as well as new. All that. Woo! Transient. Okay, this is gonna be interesting. Definitely start with watching here. Continue with Bite and Reap. Getting the enemy somewhat poisoned right now is totally fine. I'll leave Slime Spray until I'm doing another aggressive turn. I want to double play it. Double do Slime Spray, and then double do Alegando. I'm not going to play Flay here, because then I get to retain more cards. Because it is... retains 1 card for every 3 cards in your hand, Towering Pillar of Hats. I'm going to double on Accruing, and then wait, because the Dropbox now gets maintained, and then I get to double play Dropbox next turn. Take absolutely no damage and completely refill my potion slots as well as full heal. Oh, lovely. Second Echowood. Yes. Echowood is such a big part of this deck. Don't need any of those. Probably want to remove cards from the deck, to be honest. No, but the defensive skills for triggering Echowood stuff. Probably take a bite out of the deck then. Don't think the rest of that is important at all, though. Alright. Elite fight coming up. Here we go. Vivace, though. That is the Echowood that comes back. So it goes to my discard pile, but it can't. It comes back. So I haven't got Echowood here, unfortunately. I'm gonna double up on Madness and then double up on Second Hand here. Retain basically every card that's ever existed. Okay. Accruing is lethal there, but now our HP is in... dire straits. Spring forward, Nate, draw 2 cards, retain 1 card. Don't need that. That's a pretty good card in general, though. I'll rest here. It upgrades Bite for us. Pretty good. But now we also have a bunch of HP or regen coming into this combat. So we get 10 regen because we've got the 5 regen upon resting, gain 5 regen next combat, and then also whenever you enter a rest site, start the next combat with 5 regen. So 5 regen, you might know, is what you get from a regen potion, but a regen potion only gives you 15 HP, 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. But if you get 2 regen potions at the same time, which would give you the same as I currently have, which is 10 stacks of regen, you get 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it's actually 51. It's more than double. Great for us. Absolutely incredible for us. We are going to be very, very survivable exclusively as a result of that. Let's see what I can get with skill potion. I don't really want any of these, but I guess I'll take back 4 seconds. Another skill potion. Okay, spring forward's probably the best one here for me. So now I will double play spring forward, and then double play second hand. Basically hold on to my entire hand. No, I'll throw those at will because I do want to draw other cards. So there's Echowood. How many skills do I really have? I don't really have that many playable skills in my hand. I don't know if I use Echowood here. I definitely use Accruing, actually, though. Of course. Throw Vulnerability there, and that should be a kill. For us. No, I didn't miscount that. And reassess over the course of the run. Oh my god, I'm going to double play this Echowood, and then double play this Echowood. It's perfect. It does nothing. There were no skills in that hand. What do I want to even double here? See, the first backlash probably does 51, and then the second does none. I do want to check this, though, so... Yep, second does none. Not too pleased about that one. That's okay, though. We'd already taken damage this combat, so it really didn't matter past this point. We've already got lethal in 2 turns' time. Hell yeah, so that's actually a really, really good run. I am amazed. Just use the wind up there. But I'd really like to kill with Echowood. Not one, not one, and not one. Come on. We did it! Hey, that's an Echowood kill right there. Alright, I have been severely underestimating Echowood. Obviously, it's ridiculous in this deck in particular, but I think also just in general, I've been severely underestimating it. But that is an actual sincere Disciple win without extremely exploiting some sort of unique interaction from other things in different mods. Like, yes, it used Risk, but it wasn't entirely based on Risk. It was mostly based on Risk, though. Just walking back my statement immediately after having made it. For the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Slay the Spire modded. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourself. So it's a playlist in the description down below with all my content of the game past, present, and future, as well as a link to the Steam store page collection where you can pick up each and every mod that has been featured over the course of this series. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time.